You are not ready for what just surfaced about Teyana Taylor and Iman Shumpert, because what started as a quiet situation behind the scenes has now exploded into one of the messiest, most talked about celebrity dramas of the year. We're talking about a viral reaction, one video, one moment, that has the entire internet asking, what really happened behind closed doors? At first glance, it looked like just another clip. Iman caught on camera, reacting in a way that fans are calling cold, calculated, and even savage. But here's the twist nobody saw coming. Teyana Taylor wasn't just watching from the sidelines, she was right in the middle of it. And now, sources are claiming this wasn't random. It wasn't emotional. It might have been strategic. Because moments after that clip hit social media, fans started digging. And what they found are old interviews, cryptic posts, deleted comments, and even what appears to be a leaked DM thread that completely changes how we see this situation. One insider allegedly said, "This didn't just happen overnight. This has been building for months. And if that's true, then what we're witnessing right now might not be a reaction. It might be a response. But response to what? And why does it involve Teyana in a way nobody expected? Because the deeper you go into this story, the more confusing and explosive it gets. Trust me, by the end of this video, you're going to question everything you thought you knew about this couple. And just wait until you hear what allegedly happened right before that viral moment. Because once you do, there's no going back. To really understand why this situation is blowing up the way it is, you have to go back and look at the history between Teyana Taylor and Iman Shumpert. Because this isn't just any celebrity couple. For years, they were seen as one of the most solid, unshakable duos in entertainment. Teyana, multi-talented, bold, unapologetically herself. A singer, actress, choreographer, and creative visionary who always moved on her own terms. Iman, NBA champion, laid back but sharp, known for his cool demeanor and loyalty. Together, they weren't just a couple. They were a brand. Fans loved their chemistry, their playful interviews, their reality show moments that felt raw and authentic. They represented something rare in celebrity culture, a relationship that felt real. But behind that image, things weren't always perfect. Over the years, there were whispers, subtle hints during interviews where Teyana would joke, but not really joke, about relationship struggles. Moments where fans noticed tension in body language. And then, there were the rumors. Back in earlier years, blogs hinted at alleged cheating scandals, though nothing was ever fully confirmed. Both Teyana and Iman would shut things down publicly, presenting a united front. But here's the thing about public relationships. Sometimes what you see isn't what's actually happening. Fast forward to recent months, and things started to shift. Teyana began focusing more on herself, her career, her independence, her energy. She even hinted at personal growth and choosing peace in several cryptic posts. Fans picked up on it immediately. One tweet read, "You can love someone and still outgrow what you all had." And while she didn't name anyone, people connected the dots. Meanwhile, Iman remained quieter, more reserved. But occasionally he'd drop subtle messages that fans interpreted as indirect responses. One IG story allegedly said, "Everything ain't what it looked like on the outside." Now, here's where things start to get interesting, because around the same time, reports surfaced that the two were no longer living together. No official statement, no dramatic announcement, just silence. And in celebrity world, silence is loud. Fans began speculating. Was this a breakup, or something deeper? And then, just when things seemed to cool down, that viral moment happened. And suddenly, everything that once felt like rumors started to feel like clues. Because what we're seeing now, it doesn't look random. It looks like the climax of something that's been building for years. But no one, literally no one, expected it to play out like this. And definitely not with Teyana caught in the middle the way she is now. Because what happened next That's when everything spiraled out of control. All right, let's get into the moment that broke the internet. It started with a clip, short, grainy, but crystal clear in one thing: energy. Iman Shumpert, at what appears to be a private event, is seen reacting to something off camera. His expression, calm, but with a hint of tension. His body language, closed off. And then, he says something, not loud, not aggressive, but enough. Lip readers online claimed he said, "I'm done playing along." That's it. But those 6 words, they sent shockwaves. Within minutes, the video was everywhere. TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and fans immediately began asking, who was he talking to? What does playing along mean? And where was Teyana during all of this? Because here's the twist. Another angle of the video surfaced, and guess who was in the background? Teyana Taylor, standing there, watching, not reacting, just observing. And that is what made this go viral, because her expression, completely unreadable. No shock, no anger, no sadness, just stillness. And that's when the theories started flooding in. Then came the alleged leak. A supposed screenshot of a private message exchange began circulating. The messages read, "He wasn't supposed to say that in public." She knew it was coming. This was planned, just not like this. Now we don't know if those messages are real. But the timing? Suspicious. And then, first twist. An insider blog dropped a bombshell claim. This wasn't about a random argument. It was about a deal. Yes, a deal. According to the report, Teyana and Iman had allegedly been navigating a private agreement regarding their relationship, their image, and their business ventures. And the phrase "playing along," could it have been about maintaining that image? Suddenly, the entire narrative shifted. Because now it wasn't just Iman reacted, it became, what exactly were they hiding? And why did it fall apart so publicly? But just when people thought they were starting to understand the situation, another layer hit. And this one, way more explosive. If you thought things couldn't get messier, think again. Because right after the deal theory started gaining traction, social media went into full detective mode. Our hashtags started trending, #ImanExposed, #Teyana knows, #what was the deal. And then, boom, a thread. A long, detailed Twitter thread from an anonymous account claiming to have industry connections. Now, normally, you'd ignore something like that. But this thread, it had receipts. Or at least, what looked like receipts. The thread alleged that months before the viral moment, there had been tension over a third party. No names, just hints. But enough for fans to start guessing. And then came the shocking reveal. A blurry photo surfaced, allegedly showing Iman with another woman. Timestamped, recent, and the internet lost it. Because now, the story flipped again. Was this about betrayal? Was Teyana aware? Or worse? Was she caught in a situation she couldn't control? Celebrities began reacting subtly. Likes, comments, side-eye emojis. And one unnamed artist reportedly commented, "Truth always comes out, no matter how long you hide it." Meanwhile, Teyana, silent. No posts, no statements, nothing. And that silence made everything louder. Because now the biggest question wasn't just about Iman anymore. It was about her. What does Teyana know? What is she choosing not to say? And why does it feel like she's waiting for something? Because trust me, this story still isn't finished. At this point, the entire internet has picked a side. You've got Team Teyana, you've got Team Iman. And then you've got the people who think this whole thing is way deeper than we even realize. Fan pages are breaking down videos frame by frame. Body language experts are analyzing that viral clip like it's a crime scene. One viral post said, "That wasn't anger, that was resignation." Meanwhile, our major blogs are posting headlines like "Trouble in Paradise." Was it all an act? Inside the viral moment everyone's talking about, influencers are chiming in with hot takes. Some saying Iman finally snapped. Others claiming Teyana has been 10 steps ahead this whole time. And then there are the memes. Oh, the memes. Clips of Teyana standing still have been turned into reaction GIFs. Iman's "I'm done playing along" moment. Remixed, edited, reposted millions of times. But beneath the jokes, there's tension. Because people aren't just entertained, they're invested. They want answers. They want truth. And right now, they're not getting either. One commentator said it best: "This isn't just gossip anymore. This feels like something real just broke." And if that's true, then what comes next might be even bigger. Just when things started to slow down, another leak dropped. And this one might be the most damaging yet. An alleged audio clip, short, distorted, but clear enough to raise eyebrows. A voice believed by fans to be Iman says, "She knew, she just didn't think I'd say it." And then another voice, possibly Teyana, responds, "You just made everything worse." Now, again, this is unconfirmed, but if it's real, it changes everything. Because it suggests this wasn't just conflict, it was mutual awareness, mutual tension, mutual silence, until it broke. And now? There's no putting it back together. But here's the part that really has people talking. The clip cuts off, right before something else is said. Something we don't hear. Something that could explain everything. And until that missing piece surfaces, this story remains wide open. All right, now I need to hear from you. Because this situation, it's messy, layered, and honestly, still unfolding. Do you think Teyana Taylor already knew everything that was happening behind the scenes? Or do you believe Iman Shumpert really just snapped and exposed something that was supposed to stay hidden? And what about that alleged deal? Was this all about protecting an image? Or was something way deeper going on? Drop your thoughts in the comments right now. I'm telling you, this is one of those stories where every detail matters, and the next update could completely flip everything again. Make sure you like this video if you want more breakdowns like this. Subscribe. Because you already know we're watching this story closely, and if anything else drops, you'll hear it here first. And trust me, something else is coming. Because that missing part of the audio? Yeah, once that leaks, it might expose everything.